Coming up tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time. We've got our top story, which is John Cena joining the Nexus. We go in-depth on TNA's premier pay-per-view event of the year, Bound for Glory, and Be the Booker returns for this Sunday's Bound for Glory live on pay-per-view. All that on top of hot news, top 5, 10 best, viewer mail, and fan of the week. This is the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time.
And now, celebrating 13 years on the air, this is the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time with David Hero, Frank Cosentino, Linda Kay, the man they call Meathead, and Damian Nelson. All the latest from World Wrestling Entertainment, total nonstop action wrestling, and more. This is the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time for Friday, October 8th, 2010. Damian Nelson sitting here alongside David Octavius, the Tiberius Hero. And what a week it is going to be. Be the Booker coming up for Bound for Glory. Our coverage of Bound for Glory started last night with our live special edition post-TNA Impact. And how about that live Impact and reaction last night from TNA Wrestling?
Interesting stuff. It only makes BFG that much more complex and interesting.
And we're still going to do the Be the Booker segment, as I said, for TNA's Bound for Glory this Sunday. And we're going to be live, David, right after Bound for Glory as well. More information on that coming up in this program. But our top story this week is the newsworthy item from last week's WWE Raw and Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. There is a new member of the Nexus, and his name is John Cena. John Cena losing...
There's 3 new members of Nexus. There's Husky Harris.
Only 2 announced as official
and Joe Hennig.
Members of the Nexus.
I think Husky Harris is a big signing for them.
You just keep trying. They didn't say he was part of Nexus.
Oh, he's part of... They didn't beat him up. They didn't kick him out of the locker room.
He wasn't even there on Monday.
He was in the locker room Monday night.
How do you know?
I saw him. Let me guess, your monitor was out, huh?
Yeah, my monitor went out. John Cena losing to Wade Barrett at WWE's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and the stipulation of that matchup was if John Cena lost, he would have to join Nexus. And we found out, David, that not only would he have to pretend to join Nexus, but he would have to go full bore, join Nexus, follow the orders of Wade Barrett, or be fired by the Raw general manager.
How funny is that? I mean, how ridiculous is that?
Well, they're enforcing the rule. They do it every time they set rules.
Right, but there is
Follow
no
to a
way. I mean, put it this way. Unless John Cena was sleeping with Linda McMahon, would Vince ever want to fire him?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be honest, I even think he'd fire him because of that. He makes too much money for that company. They'll never fire him. Why even say something that stupid?
Why are you reading so deeply into it? The fans, the same ones that cried on Sunday night and had that look of shock and awe on their face on Sunday after Cena lost, believe that there's a chance he gets fired. So in their mind, it's justified that John Cena is going to the dark side, the evil side.
But he's not going to be a heel. He may eventually get there, but right now he's not going to be.
Was this the storyline injection that WWE needed? Meaning, is this building enough intrigue in the overall product that now WWE Raw is potentially going to become must-see TV?
No, because right off the bat, John Cena's like, I'm going to try to destroy from the inside. If they would have been smart about it, they would have brought Cena in. He would have came out with a Nexus T-shirt. He would have been the team player, but then slowly and secretively screw Nexus along the way.
Over a several-month period?
Yeah, well, even over a couple weeks or anything. Just be sneaky. I mean, make him look like he's smarter than them. Now he just looks like a big oaf.
And a crybaby.
Cry baby.
So but this certainly has built intrigue.
For who?
The fans out there, they want to see what
eight-year-olds?
John Cena's going to do. Well, those are the ones who are dragging the parents to the TV screen to watch as well. There you go, cynical.
I'm not cynical. I'm being honest.
I don't know if you guys have picked this up. It's Mick Foley's latest book, The Countdown to Lockdown.
It's a great book.
I understand that you're in this book, David Hero.
I am in that book.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty honest.
We're going to read those comments. Oh, matter of fact, what the heck? We're going to read it now. Let me go to page 159. I think that's where I'll find it.
It's a whole chapter.
This Mick Foley's latest book coming out called The Countdown to Lockdown, where he talks about the Lockdown pay-per-view from 2009. This one dated April 8, 2009, a chapter entitled Countdown to Lockdown 11 Days. And I quote, "I'm 2 days into what is quite possibly the worst vacation of my life. Do you have any idea how sick I have to feel in order to bail out on a Busch Gardens visit? Something up in Milwaukee must have really disagreed with me. Something far worse than promoter Dave Hero's constant disapproval of the recent TNA product. I've known and liked Dave for years, and he's picked up many a dinner table over the years, but man, talk about a downer."
Whoa, keep reading.
No, you like Fox News so much, so I'm going to take it totally out of context.
Keep reading. There's more. Come on, you know I'm right.
And I continue to quote, "It's not as if he didn't have valid points,
Valid.
even if some of them were nitpicking. This close to bench time, less than 2 weeks, I try to keep everything positive, blocking out anything negative, no matter how valid that feedback might be. I don't check the internet, look at newsletters, ask for opinions, nothing. I'm just happy living in a little bubble of contentment, not really caring which side of that self-confidence, self-delusional line I fall on."
Now, this was, of course, right before his lockdown.
One-page chapter, April 8, 2009.
Dedicated to this guy. Well, hold on.
You're cynical.
Hold on.
Mick Foley, look, pick it up. It's available now.
This isn't the only PWR guy in the book.
Meathead's in there?
No. Page 99?
Listen, I think that page 99 thing happened by chance.
Page 99. Cameraman zoom.
Thank you, Shiki.
Right here. Damian Nelson. Sitting ringside. Next to Dixie Carter's husband.
I was feared for my life, not because of Dixie Carter's husband. There's Mick
How
Foley
about
and
that?
Kurt Angle are coming in.
How about that? Just saying.
I bet you'd rather just have your picture.
I would rather have just had the picture, but you know what? I said what I said, and sometimes what I say gets me in trouble, but I said it, and I meant it.
A phrase I like is, "It is what it is."
Well, I prefer it'll prove itself.
Now, I think it's important to note, though, that was over a year ago.
That was 2 years ago.
That was dated in 2009.
It was, yeah, over a year ago.
So just saying.
What can you do about it? I've been that negative for that long?
And including tonight as we talk about John Cena joining Nexus.
Not negative, I'm just saying they should have presented it differently.
Should we get out the whiteboard for that early?
We did that last week.
And it all fell into place somewhat like that. Randy Orton now going up against Wade Barrett at the Bragging Rights pay-per-view.
And you know John Cena's going to be involved somehow. He'll be in his corner.
Special enforcer, jacket holder, curtain jerker. How long can this go? How long can this storyline go with Cena being a part of Nexus, not wanting to be a part of Nexus? Does it lead into a Cena-Barrett matchup at either the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania?
I could see it go through WrestleMania, but I could see John Cena as in Nexus against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. I could see that happening.
Interesting.
I mean, who knows? I mean, they change their mind, every time they sneeze. I mean, they could, in 2 weeks from now, they could, have a match and say that if Cena wins, he's out of Nexus.
That is true.
If they're going to do it, they got to commit. They got to put Cena in the Nexus t-shirt. Just a little armband's not going to do it.
But then how are they going to sell all those Purple People Eater shirts?
They'll still sell them.
Really?
Absolutely. Because the fans will still love Cena so much, they'll still buy the t-shirts.
Even if he's not wearing them?
Yes.
The t-shirts, the hats, the armbands, the wristbands.
Put it this way. They put an Austin 316 or NWO t-shirt amongst everything else, they'll still sell those shirts, and no one's wearing those right now.
All right. Well, John Cena is a part of Nexus. We'll see how this storyline develops. It was interesting, though, in WWE Hell in a Cell, and if you did not yet, be sure to check out this past Tuesday's. It was a Taboo Tuesday edition of the Pro Wrestling Report on 540 ESPN. Jeff Jarrett was our guest. And
No. Jeff Jarrett was your guest. I had nothing to do with it.
We talked about WWE's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and as a matter of fact, we did a full 1 hour long wrap-up show, post-show, right after the pay-per-view on Sunday, so be sure to check that out at pwrshow.com, where we talked about how smart was it to show, right before the Cena-Barrett match, a promo for bragging rights with Nexus as part of the logo.
Well, they have to. They have a lot of money invested in that.
Yeah, but it gave away the match.
Not really.
Totally it did.
It's
It absolutely gave it away.
But that poster's been out for a while.
It has been.
Yeah.
But if Nexus had the chance of disbanding, why would you promote a pay-per-view with a Nexus?
Well, because they could always change the poster the next day. Why do you read so much into this? Jeez.
Page 159, Countdown to Lockdown. It's a hardcore journal by Mick Foley.
New York Times best-selling author, Mick Foley.
Something far worse than promoter Dave Hero's constant disapproval.
Yeah. Thanks, pal.
It's time for some viewer mail and the lovely Linda Kay.